Hey guys, it's KG85 and today we're doing the EKG Part 4 video as denoted here on my whiteboard. Let's get into it. So today we're doing the EKG Part 4 video, and I would request that you do subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it, and make sure to turn post notifications on if you do. Thank you. And let's get into it. Let's go to our display. So we're doing the locations of the EKG leads today, but we have to educate ourselves on directionality actually. Directionality. So EKG leads, there are 12 leads, and the EKG machine assigns a positive sign and a negative for each lead. And also, we can superimpose for our limb leads on a 360-degree circle. We can superimpose it. Let's redraw circle. So we have 12 leads as mentioned earlier, but we have two types of leads. We split the 12 leads into two parts, six each. So we have the limb leads and we have the precordial leads.
It's 12 o'clock.
And the limb leads, we can split them into standard and augmented. You might be asking, what's the difference between a standard lead and an augmented lead? Well, with a standard lead, it's a regular lead. The EKG machine just reads it. You have to do nothing with it. But with an augmented lead, we have to amplify the tracing to get a good reading, and the EKG machine has to do it, and that's how it gets the name augmented. And there are 3 standard and 3 augmented. So let's talk about standard. Standard leads are lead 1, 2, and 3. And augmented leads are leads AV, L, AVR, and AVF. And we can draw a human body and superimpose the 360 circle I was talking about earlier on the body to understand this. So we superimpose it on the frontal plane. Actually, let's redraw our circle. It looks very bad. So 0 degrees, 90 degrees, and so on. So lead 1 is placed at 0 degrees, and its left arm is positive, it's denoted as positive, and the right arm is denoted as negative. Lead 2 is at 60 degrees, so that would be around here, and the legs are denoted as positive, and the right arm is negative. Lead 3 is at 120 degrees, so that would put it around here. And the legs are positive and the left arm is negative. And that's it for our standard leads. So let's go to our augmented leads. The first one is lead AVL, which is at negative 30 degrees. So that would place it right here. Let's draw a smiley face also. Okay, so negative 30 degrees, and the left arm is positive and the other limbs are negative. Lead AVR is at negative 150 degrees, so it would be around here. And the right arm is positive and the other limbs are negative. And lead AVF is at 90 degrees actually, so we don't have to write anything down. Let's redraw negative 150, 90 degrees, and the legs are positive and the other limbs are negative. And that's it for the limb leads. So let's go to precordial leads. We have 6 precordial leads and they're all standard. And we have V1, V2, V3, V4, V5, V6. Those are all the precordial leads. And you might be wondering, why do I have a rib cage? So at this point of the video, I do have to say, if you don't know that much about ribs, like the different bones of the ribs, I'll add a card at the end of the video, so you can watch the ribs video and get more familiar with that concept. I did an explanation of it. So pause what you're doing, skip to the end, watch the ribs video, and come back if you don't know that much about ribs. Okay, so with that done, the precordial lead, so let's do V1 first. It's at the 4th intercostal rib, which is around here, and that will be V1. V2 is at the 4th intercostal rib, but it's to the left of the sternum. The thing is, V1 is to the right, but it looks like it's at the left. When we say left and right, we refer to the patient's left and right. So V1, V2. V3 is placed between V2 and V4, so we have to know where V4 is. V4 is on the 5th intercostal space, and it's on the mid-clavicular line, I think. Yeah, mid-clavicular line. And the V3 would be around here. V5 is placed between V4 and V6, so we need to know where V6 is. V6 is at the 5th intercostal space on the mid-axillary line, so V6 would be here, and V5 would be here. And that's the locations of the precordial lead. Now, I have to say one point, and this was mentioned in the part 3 video, but each lead sees its own view of the heart. Okay, I wrote own very badly. And it sees its own view of the heart, and I mentioned this analogy in the part 3 video, but I drew an elephant, and I'll redraw it. I'm not good at drawing elephants, I'm sorry. It's a very bad elephant. Let me redraw that. Even worse. Okay, but you guys get the point. Oh, I'm so sorry. This is terrible elephant drawing. So we have one guy here, one person here, one person here, and we have one person here. And the thing is, they each see a view of the elephant, and imagine these guys as the leads and imagine the elephant as a heart. We take all of their views, we join together, and that's how we see the heart. And that's the analogy I mentioned in the part 3 video. So that's all for this video. I hope you understood it. EKG Part 5 will be coming out soon. K85 out. Bye bye. See ya.